I was looking at some old postcards the other week, and I found that getting down to the beach from the cliff tops back in the 1880s and 1890s was precarious, to say the least. With the arrival of the promenade in 1903, some proper access was organised, with this precarious path from Hamilton Gardens being replaced by a set of steps known as the zigzag, which was quickly converted to the stone flight that we see leading down to the Spa Pavilion today. Along the other end of Hamilton Gardens are another set of steps. They were just as steep. And this picture from 1903 shows the relatively new Felix Hotel, the steep wooden steps, and a Victorian lady at the top perhaps wondering how she was going to keep her dignity getting down to the beach. The solution to the problem came in 1907, when the steep flight was replaced with what was first called the new zigzag, but was otherwise known as the Serpentine Steps. Here's a view from near the bottom. The fenced area was the private gardens of the Felix Hotel, which only became part of the Spa Gardens in 1952, when Fisons bought the hotel for offices and didn't want the lower gardens. The Serpentine Steps were proper stone steps, and a small shelter was built about halfway up so that people could rest and enjoy the views. Here's a picture from a little later on showing the steps and the shelter. They're still here today, although they're in need of a bit of TLC, and the trees have been left to grow, obscuring the sea views. Hopefully this is all going to be improved a bit soon. Of course, the steps are still quite a challenge, even though the zigzag pattern, where the name Serpentine comes from, makes it easier to negotiate than a straight flight. The steps remind me of a couple of verses from Matthew's Gospel, where Jesus says this: "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." What did Jesus mean by that? Well, there are many religions and faiths in the world today. Or perhaps all of them are means of getting to God or getting to know God. Many people believe that. But Jesus didn't. He said these words of himself: "I am the way, the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Jesus doesn't leave us with the option of there being other ways to God, because he says, "I am the way. No one comes to the Father except through me." So either there are many ways to God, or there's just one way, and Jesus claims to be that one way. And as a Christian, I believe that, and I found in Jesus answers that I have to the big questions of life and death. And I believe that Jesus has answers to your questions too. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.